Introduction to Cloud. Let's understand what is cloud computing. In order to understand cloud computing, let's understand first what is computing. Computing means what? Computation, storage. That's the meaning of computing. So basically, right now, you must be using some mobile phone or a laptop through which you must be watching this video. So that is your compute. That is your storage. That is where you're storing your data. That is where you have your computing power, right? You are able to compute things using that hardware. So what is cloud computing? Cloud computing means you rent this hardware which is owned by someone else. So this hardware is owned by the cloud providers. Now there are many cloud providers in market. Some famous ones are AWS, GCP, Azure. So what you do is, if you want storage, you'll rent storage from them and pay only for the storage you're using. So you're accessing services on demand. You're avoiding large upfront investments. Now imagine you are assuming that you would require 10 TB of storage for your office application. Now if you go and buy that hard disk and that big servers for your office, you'll have a huge upfront investment to buy those servers and those storages, and you would also require a team who would take care of those servers, or who would configure those servers. So it's a lot of investment. You can avoid all these large upfront investments by using cloud computing. So when you're using cloud computing, you'll just create a cloud account and you'll say that I need 2 GB of storage or 1 GB of storage, or you'll just say I require storage, and you'll keep storing, and you'll only have to pay for the amount of data you are storing. So you're avoiding a large upfront investment, and you don't have to worry about managing all that infra, because that's the responsibility of your cloud provider. So that's the responsibility of the company who's allowing you to rent their infrastructure basically. So that is the real meaning of cloud computing. You're provisioning computing resources as you need, and you're only paying for what you use. So if you don't use 10 TB of storage, you don't pay for it, because you're using cloud computing. If you're not using cloud computing, if you want to have your on-premise setup, in that case you have to bear the cost of buying those huge servers and hiring an admin team who would handle those infrastructure that is on your premise, and the storage cost also, and the scalability of your storage also. If you require more storage, you'll have to make place for that storage hardware, and you'll have to buy it, and you'll have to configure it and connect it. So you avoid all of this by using cloud computing. Now let's understand cloud service models. The cloud service models are IaaS. IaaS stands for infrastructure as a service. So it simply means that you are renting someone else's infrastructure. Then is PaaS, platform as a service. Platform as a service simply means you want to deploy your application and you don't want to configure the underlying infrastructure or worry about it. So you will go to a platform as a service provider. You will just give the artifact of your application, and they would deploy it in their infrastructure and give you the final URL. So you don't have to worry about configuring the underlying hardware. So that is the meaning of platform as a service. They are offering you a platform as a service. They are offering you a platform where you can deploy your application, and they are managing that platform. They are managing the underlying hardware. Then there is software as a service. Software as a service means SaaS, SaaS, software as a service. Software as a service simply means that I have a software, I have a product. Let's say I have Instagram is my product. I have installed it, I have deployed it in my using any cloud provider or on my on-premise setup, and I am enabling it in the market. That is called as software as a service. It's a software company who's offering its software as a service to the public or to some particular business. That's the meaning of software as a service. Now let's understand cloud computing deployment models. The cloud computing deployment models are public cloud. Public cloud simply means it's a cloud where the communication is happening over the internet. Then there is on-premise, which is a private setup. Now on-premise means you are having the physical servers and you have set up the network, so only the company employees who are connected to that network will have access to it. No one from the internet will have access to it. Then there is a hybrid setup. Hybrid deployment model or hybrid setup simply means that you are using some on-premise servers and you are using some cloud provider services, and you are communicating, you have enabled secure communication between your cloud services and your on-premise services. So hybrid cloud is kind of a mix of a public cloud and a private cloud. Now, what are the famous cloud providers in market? Famous cloud providers in market are AWS, Azure, GCP, IBM, DigitalOcean. So as part of this topic, you have gained idea about what is cloud computing, and you've also learned about different cloud service. So you've learned about what is cloud service, deployment models, and what are the famous cloud providers in the market.